last couple of months have been pretty insane. Pregnancy is the most fascinating thing to me. The idea of something growing inside of you that you quite possibly can't even comprehend, and it's just so amazing to me. It kind of made me stop and think about my process more, like why I create my reasoning for making certain things. And it also made me stop and think about what do I want to put out into the world and how do I want it to affect people and make them feel a certain way. And I think that's the main reason why I want to create, to help others so that they can be okay with creating themselves. Clay has always been a form of a way to be able to say what I can't put into words. There's just been so much pain and so much even happiness and excitement that has been happening over the last couple of months. Even with the Australian fires, which is just devastating. It's just so much has changed within 2 or 3 months. And for me, I just kind of use clay as a way to deal with the things that are happening, just a way to kind of cope. It just gives me something to hold on to, something to be okay with. And I feel like that control, even though I say control, even though clay can be very finicky, especially the porcelain I work with, you don't really have as much control as you think. But even with the little bit of control that I do have, it makes me feel good. It makes me feel good that I can translate something from inside of me to clay. And it's funny because sometimes I don't even realize what is going to come out of me by the end of it all. And that's the most fascinating part of all. I think that the idea of being able to create brings such peace. Is, like I said before, something of it might be a type A control thing, but being able to use your hands and fashion these forms and to create these things that just come out of your head. Sometimes I feel like it doesn't really come out of my head. Sometimes I feel like it comes out of my heart. But to be able to fashion and form things and to tell a story through your work it's a privilege. I feel like I think it's a way to kind of just be okay with the way things are. It's a very thoughtful process that can only come from knowing who you are, and knowing what you can handle, and being okay with where you are in the world. I think I struggled with that a lot for a couple of years, just not being okay with where I was and feeling like I should be further along, when actually just when I stop and look at my work and I see how it does affect people it makes me think like, you're okay. Like, you might not be able to do exactly everything that you want, but you are doing some things that some people do look at and they're pretty happy with, and it makes them feel good. And that's all I can ask for, really. We grew up with a lot of bamboo around our house, and I just love bamboo so much. And I kind of like how bamboo, the growth of it, how fast it grows, how wild it grows, how you can't really control it. It reminds me of mushrooms in a way too. Mushrooms are that way as well. And just the complex kind of strange way that things kind of end up, and you like, I just can't explain how you have like things like mushrooms or colors or it's just, it's like you never know exactly what's going to happen, and that's the exciting thing. And I think that's even with glazing. Like glazing is another way that it's just, you just kind of put colors on there. You don't never really know, and the kiln can do whatever it wants to do, and you have no control. And it's kind of amazing. It's like magical. And I think that's why clay is just such a like fantastic medium. You can't explain it. It's just marvelous. I just love it so much. So even with the idea of growth in my belly, and the idea of like growth from trees and mushrooms, and even color and glaze and firings has really affected me. So thank you so much for watching this video.